Hey guys, welcome back to Chillin' and
Chismeando.
I'm Yaya.
And I'm Bee.
And we are back. What episode is this?
Episode 5.
Episode 5. So guys, I literally was snoozing.
Yep.
Bee came in here like, you lying.
Yeah, I know. I come in and I'm like, the door's open because I texted you, I'm here.
Uh-huh.
And she didn't text me back. So I was like, and then the door was open. I was like, oh, she left it open for me.
Oh,
so I'm like, knocking. I'm all, hello. I'm all, hello. And I look over, she's curled up, taking a nap on the couch. And I'm like, you're freaking faking it. You're faking it.
You liar. And I was like, huh? Toda la baba like on the side. What happened?
She was in a deep sleep. I was like, oh. And then your mom's like, how'd you get in? I'm like, oh, I looked through the window.
Oh my gosh.
It was funny.
So I started a new job. Mm-hmm. And I am exhausted. I can't really tell you guys what the job is because it's confidential, is what I'm told. It's not really supposed to be spoken about. But
she's an FBI agent. She's a spy.
They're coming after
but we can't talk about it.
So my whole schedule is completely different. Like I used to wake up from 9 to 6. You know, like that was my job schedule for my old job. And now it's like, I swear, 3:30 I gotta get up. 3:30 I gotta get up, and then from 3:30, 4:10 I have to be out the door. Yeah, and then from there I get there and I clock in at 5, and my day starts, and I'm up and down doing what I have to do, and then I clock out at 1:30. Yeah, so that's why she caught me snoozing on the couch because I'm
she's a sleepy baby.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just, it's like your first day of school. It's like, it's always a lot and you're learning.
Yeah. So. And my dad's like, it's going to take you like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, to get used to the schedule and this and that. And I'm just like, God.
Honestly, I would love that schedule, but I'm not a morning person.
No,
like the reason why I want that schedule is because I'm already out by 1 o'clock.
Yeah, no, me either. Friday, I woke up an hour late. I got to work an hour late. Yeah, and I was like, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't hear my alarm. And, you know, the guys were cracking up. They're like, oh, it's okay. It happens. And da-da-da. Even, like, not my boss, but, like, the supervisor, main boss, bought me coffee. He's like, here you go, champ.
Oh, you're like, coffee.
So everybody's been pretty cool. Yeah, and
that's good.
Lily and me work together, but she's in a different building, and it's really, really cool. I enjoy it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so, what about you? I'll be here like, your lash business is growing.
Yes, it is.
Because every time I text you, it's like,
I'm lashing.
Cricket.
I know. So I was like, it's every day now.
Yeah.
It's every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know it's good, but this week is slow. I'm not going to lie.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was just like, I do have a late client at 8:30. She's one of my regulars. Mm-hmm. So I let her come that late. I really don't take anyone that late.
Yeah.
But it's 8:30.
Oh, and I saw Lily.
Oh, yeah.
Lily. Oh, on the birthday party. Yeah, she looked really good.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah.
I know. You're next. So you're coming on Friday. I'm going to take videos. I'm going to do your makeup again, everything. But it's going to be...
Cool,
I'm faster now, so I promise. She
okay.
usually gets like she stays in my house for like 6 hours.
Again, my schedule's different too. So we usually, because my schedule is at 6, I got there like at 7, and then the whole thing would be done like at midnight. And we're
thank
like,
you, yeah. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna take care of her. So I was like, you know what? I need to do some content. So I'm gonna use you. And I see your lashes right now. They're just like. Like she's talking to me, I'm like looking at her lashes like I can count them.
I know, she's the one that tells me like, girl, we need to fix you up. And I'm like, yeah, you think so?
Yeah, every time I'm like, you ready for a new set? She's like, yes.
So definitely need a new set when I get to Cancun. Definitely. Before.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get you set up and then we can just do fills.
How are we doing on that? Are we still
in Cancun?
Girl, I'm about to just throw rocks at someone. Like put
I know. Well, I need to do the. Well, is it the 2-week mark to do the passport thing yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
2.5 weeks. We're still there. Yeah. So
okay.
I guess we have to wait like
so
4 more
that'll
days.
be like the determining.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, well, she said you can.
No, yeah,
definitely get it. So we'll see.
Yeah. So.
But
I'm like.
I know. It would be so much fun though. Much needed. Just
no, I definitely need it because I'm just like
she's already started. I'm
just like I need to be because.
Did you request off already? Was that easy for you to request?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Well,
okay.
when I got hired, I told them right there and then like, hey, I have a trip that's been planned 2 years.
Yeah.
In the making. It's already paid for. I have to go. Like the tickets aren't refundable.
Yeah.
They're like, really? And I was like, yeah, I'm letting you know a month before.
Yeah.
You know. So,
and the day that you're getting hired.
Yeah. So they said, okay. I do have to tell them though, that I guess our plane tickets are on Friday. Because I had asked Saturday.
Oh, what time leaving Friday?
I think it's Friday. We have to be at the airport at 8:00 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then we'll be in Cancun at 3:00. Yeah.
On the beach?
Yep. So.
Oh my God, what a dream.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me manifest it. And
All
then,
right.
like, hopefully everything works out. Talk to the angels.
No, yeah, I definitely want to go already. I'm excited for it to take the week off and, sit in the sand.
And just disconnect from everybody else.
Yeah, just get away,
Yeah.
It's great because I just did Big Bear.
Uh-huh.
And that was great. That was much needed.
Cold.
But it's Cancun. It's warm out there. Bikini time.
You're going to be on a resort.
Yeah, there's pools and everything. And I just feel like it's much needed because it's a whole week. It's not just 3 days. It's a whole week. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had go, with no money. I had figure it out.
Pesos? Anybody pesos?
Yeah. So,
anybody wants to donate, her Cash App is B930.
She goes straight to her.
That's my real Cash App, by the way. If you want to send me a little gift, anybody.
Don't start because they'll probably be like
$1.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so far so good. So guys, I threw a birthday party for my son. That was a blast. I think it was really good.
It was fun.
Y'all don't know, but my mom, she actually made the piñatas, and you saw it from scratch. They looked great. But I don't think you were here when we did the piñata.
No,
right?
I missed it. Yeah, I missed the piñata.
That was a hard piñata.
I heard.
Yeah,
they had to get the bat out. They were hitting the piñata with the bat.
Yeah, that piñata was like indestructible. Like
your mom's like, nobody's gonna get it. He's all no one's gonna get through.
Yeah, no, that piñata
there's no candy.
And then it got to the point where that piñata, it ended up coming off the rope.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we ended up just throwing it to the roof guy. My cousin's man, Ricky.
Yeah.
He was the one that just was starting to throw candy all over the place. So it was really fun. I had a great time. I'm excited. I haven't seen some of our friends in a long time. So I was really excited. Birthday party. I hadn't seen a couple friends, for a very long time. I was very excited. I got to see Nando, his girl. Beautiful baby, by the way.
He's growing. He's so big and
so chunky. And
I want to bite his thighs.
He is just I was carrying him. And I was like, oh my gosh, my arm's already falling asleep. So chunky, so cute, adorable. I was excited to see them. I was excited to see Nina. I haven't seen her since the last Girls.
Dave and Buster's.
And I saw her little boy. I'm like, oh, there's Danny. Yeah. It was just so great. It's funny because Nana got next to me and I was like, I'm not trying to get emotional, but I feel like I finally got my family back. I haven't seen y'all in a long time. Mind you, we still miss Buddha wasn't there. And then Nana's man. Carlos. We called him the Boo. And then I think that was it, but I think all the girls were there. So it was a blessing for me to get to see all of them. And I know that we were talking about having brunch and getting together and it just seemed like we were finally, how do I want to say that?
We were all together. We were finally together and just,
I'm excited because it's for the past year or so, I stepped out and there was a lot of groups going on, which fine, whatever, we're grown. But it's when you create a group, you leave the other girls out. Yeah. And so what that does is you hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
Not intentionally, but they're hurt.
They feel some type of way.
Yeah, because you're not inviting. So when I ended up coming back, my mission is trying to not make groups. Not that there won't be. There are gonna be times where we'll go and do something.
There's a trio that's closer to each other than others.
But I just told Lily and Giselle because we're still on this group chat of ever since Big Bear, and I told them, I was like, you know what? I'm at a point where I'm not trying to do the whole toxicness part. I genuinely wish everybody well. I want to hang out with everybody. I'm not trying to not include anyone to go. And even if you feel well, I wasn't invited, reach out. there is no like, oh, they didn't invite me. Like, bitch, you've been part of the family for a minute. There's no need for me to reach out. Like, come through, because, Giselle was saying this, like, damn, look, you're back. Like, this is what we were missing. And this is the piece where, like, that's Yaya. Like, Yaya doesn't let nobody behind. Yeah. And that was nice. That's why we loved you so much, because you considered everybody's feelings and thoughts, So, so the fact that we were talking about brunch and then lunch and dinner and hanging out and then seeing my cousin Cece, like saying, hey, pool party in June, like, I'm ready to cook.
Pool party.
Yeah. So I was telling Lily and Giselle, like, it's time to empower our women, not to like make anyone feel left out or hurt or any of that. Again, I'm so over the toxic part of these relationships. I'm just trying to move forward. And if you're trying to be negative, then I'm going to kind of leave you behind.
It's the year of removing bad energy.
Yeah, we are. I'm just over it. So, hey, let's again, what do I say? Let's make a memory.
Yeah, a memory.
So that's what we're doing.
So many memories.
What about you? Did you have it at the party? I saw people were like giggling with you, talking to you.
Yes, I felt like, by the way, everyone, all Yaya's family, they're like,
they treated her like royalty, like she's a celebrity. Like, it's
the famous Bee. The famous Bee. I was like, oh my God.
She was like, I was telling her too, might as well get your autographs.
I know, right? I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous because I was like, everybody's thought, everybody knows I talk shit. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I saw the first person I saw your mom, thank God. I'm so used to your mom already. So I'm like, oh, hi. And then I meet your tias. And then I think it was your mom's sister because she looked just like your mom. Yeah. And she's like, oh, vamos a chismear. And I was like,
yeah, Alma probably.
Yeah. I love her. She's just funny. And then I go to, everyone else. And then I meet, I meet your brother, your sister-in-law.
My sister, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, and
they were probably excited to see you because they're always like, oh, when are we going to meet Bee? Yeah. So
it was such a joy just meeting them, and they were funny, like you could tell, and it was me, him, your brother, your sister-in-law, me and Saul, and we're just talking, and it was just I felt like I was just laughing the entire time. So it was nice. It was cool to see everybody, and then I see Nena and Nando, so it's like, okay, now we get to like really see everybody.
Yeah. So
and then I saw Eddie, the one with the one that gave us a book too. So I was just
you got to meet Eddie, and you got to meet like pretty much everybody that was listening to it. There are some people that I don't think they had a chance to talk to you, because they were out and about, or they just missed you when you came in, because you came in later because of your lash clients and all that. Yeah. So it was fun. I'm glad that you guys came through. I'm glad that Saul came through because I knew he wasn't gonna come.
He wasn't. Yeah, because I think he had the parade. He's a busy guy too.
Yeah,
he's a celebrity himself.
No, he really is, guys.
Yeah, he's just like,
he like breaks necks.
I know, right?
Every time he goes,
white guys. Okay, white old men.
That's what he can pull, is what you say. So,
yeah, that's what his truck pulls.
So yeah, I'm glad he came through. And it's funny too, because a lot of people were talking shit to me like, oh, because I had, when you told me he wasn't coming or whatever, I called him, or you called him, or I don't know how I got on the phone with him.
Oh, he called me, and then you're like, is that so?
Yeah. So then I'm like, what do you mean you're not coming? And he's like, no, like there's not gonna, the parking is crazy. I was like, bro, say less. Like I have front parking for you. And then they were like, everybody's hearing what I'm saying. I'm like, first of all, who's so? I think it was a couple coworkers. And then like, what? Like, oh, Giselle's like, he gets free front parking. Everybody started to talk shit. I'm like, yeah, like what do you mean? And so I guess that convinced him to come through, because he ended up calling, and I was like, oh, gotta go get my keys and move the car. So I went, and he comes and he sees me. I was like, give me a ride. And so he gave me a ride, and we parked the car. And then everybody's like, wow, he gets parking. I was like, yeah, when you own a truck like that.
I know, when you have a classic vehicle.
Yes.
I mean,
like, y'all don't understand. For those that haven't seen his truck, it is truly one of a kind.
Yeah.
So, and he's put a lot of work into it.
A lot of work and a lot of money, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, literally.
Yeah.
Literally. So he's that thing is tucked away in a garage, safe from anything.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
He's like, even when we go to the restaurant, we have to sit right in front of the car. The truck. I'm like, who are you with?
I swear. So I will be staring at it like, está enamorado? And then B's like, hello.
Yeah, he'll be like, I'll catch him like in the garage cameras. He'll just be staring at it. I'm like, this motherfucker don't stare at me like that. What the heck? So I'm like, okay, well,
Oh my
when I walk by it, I'll just probably kick it or something.
Yeah. Like it's funny too because I swear if you would scratch it or leave like a dent or something,
Yeah,
he'll notice.
Yeah, he'll
But
notice.
if you get like a haircut or
well, no, I was eating fries or chips, and I put my little fingerprints on the door. He's all, next time, just be careful. I'm like, open the damn door for me, sir, and don't open your mouth.
Oh my gosh! So
I was like, wow, and I was like this. I was all,
sorry.
Oh my god.
Party was great. It was a lot of work, but I truly say it was worth it. I think it didn't end till like 4:00 in the morning.
No way.
5:30. Yeah.
Oh no, we had a bonfire. Dipped out. Oh my god.
Yeah, we had a bonfire and a couple of people stayed, and then finally, like, the last person that was on my couch was Lily.
Damn, Lily.
The kids. But she was smart about it because the next day she helped me clean, but she served herself more food because we had all the food, and she's like, "Ooh, let's eat, let's grub." So it was good. We Sunday was just rest. Let's start the week all over again. Yeah, so it was good.
Oh man,
but that was my week.
That's so cool. What happened?
Okay, sorry, 18 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So today's topic, guys.
So what is it? Episode 3, right? That's when we talked about the closed chapters, right? Yes.
Are we on the?
Yeah, because episode 4 was.
Yeah. So, guys, this is episode 5, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna answer some questions. Before we start talking about that, I actually want to answer my brother's question because his question was posted many weeks ago, and I didn't even see it. Did you see it?
No, he told me about it at the party, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was like, oops, sorry.
What did he ask?
He had asked, 1 second, let me bring it up. It was back to our Valentine's Day, episode 2. Yeah. Oh, look at me playing. Okay, so his question is, I guess we were talking about Valentine's Day, and we were pretty much roasting the gentleman. Like, if he wants to, he would. He says, I have a question. I'm more straight to the point on Valentine's Day. I tell my wife I don't do Valentine's on that day. I normally celebrate on the weekend when there's no crowds or we're waiting hours to go out to eat. But I do order something like fast food on Valentine's Day, but on the weekends I'll take her somewhere nice to show her my cuddly bear side. What are your thoughts on that?
Whack. I'm just kidding. No, I totally booed. Oh, he wouldn't. He didn't. He didn't, sis.
He didn't, sis. Let him go.
No, I'm just kidding. Let him go.
I get you in the divorce.
I know a lawyer. So, no, I totally understand. Like, I'm not, if you can't do it that day, as long as you do something to make her feel special, that you're not making it up on the weekend.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, I think that's 100% okay because, I mean, who doesn't, I wouldn't want to be on a waiting list for like, an hour and, everyone and their mother is out. You know what I mean? But as long as you plan it in advance.
I think so, too. I think if it's during the week of Valentine's Day or the month, I guess depending on your significant other, like, as long as it's special, you took the time to do something for her. And that's what we just want to feel loved.
Yeah. And the fact that you ordered her favorite food or fast food or whatever, or get her flowers, just so that way, like, don't forget, baby, happy Valentine's Day, but also we'll celebrate this weekend versus, I didn't bring anything. We're going to do it this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, no, just a little, give me a little taste, a little appetizer.
Yeah.
But who knows? What if other people wait till the weekend too?
I mean, who knows? I know that, like, let's be real. I know that Valentine's Day money the prices go up, ridiculously up. So, I mean, I could understand, like, why am I going to pay $20 for this when, in
a couple of days,
no, I'm sorry. Why am I going to pay $120 for this? And then in a couple of days, it's like, what, $30?
Yeah.
So I get it. Again, I guess it depends on your person. Like, if they're not about that and they're cool about it, great. Yeah. If they can wait a couple days. But if you know how your person is, like, hey, I want to feel special on this day, then my boy, you picked her. Like,
this is her love language.
you know how she is. And
It's like, for example, my Saul, like he would like a woman that cooks, and I'm not a cook. I wasn't raised to cook.
I think you cook great.
Thank you. That's all because I'm trying to, get that ring.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm working hard, girl. I'm like, but
she's out there making it.
My senora vibes.
Like,
I'm like with the making the tortillas. I know, right? I had my
Tortillas.
freaking roosters in the, my chickens in the garage.
Oh my god.
No, but I know that that's his love language. So I'm not like, oh, I have to cook, and he's the man, and I better cook. No, it's more of like, I know that that's what he likes, and I want to do that more.
Yeah.
Have I done it? No. No, I have not.
I know there's a couple. I know there's multiple love languages where I think there's 5 if I'm not mistaken. I have to look it up, but I know it. Talking, like communicating is one, or receiving, or being like a giver. Like I have to look it up, but I think there's 5 of love languages that you go about. And if you don't, let's say, like you said, Saul's what he likes it when you cook. That's his love language, food, obviously.
Yeah, chunky ass.
Like, that's typical.
Big boy.
Yours is probably
Receiving gifts and money. I'm just kidding.
cash out it.
No, I'm very affectionate. And
okay, yeah.
Little signs of affection means the world. It doesn't. I don't care what it is. It's the meaning behind it. So I love flowers. Give me some flowers. I like chocolates. Give me chocolate. My favorite food. He knows what I like.
Compliment me.
Compliment
Just
me.
do it.
Love me.
Yeah.
Just shower me with love.
Yeah. Hold my hand.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Just,
Hug me.
Yeah.
Don't choke. Don't choke me. Unless, well. But no, I mean, I just love signs of affection. And if that means gifts, then fine.
There you go. You already know.
Or you can just give me kitties.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I told him. If he gives me a kitten, it's like he's giving me a little kiss from God. That's what I tell him. Cats are like little kisses that God sends. So just so you guys know, just love them, okay? Protect them and save them and rescue them.
So I had a cat here, and that cat had babies, and she had 3. And I grabbed one, and I wanted to give it to you, but I was like, no, Saul would kill me. Like,
when was this?
This was like a month ago or 2 months ago.
Please give it to me.
Well, I released him into the wild because, he wanted to be with his family. Its mom is like, she out here on these streets with her babies.
I'm crying.
So, yeah, it was a really
what
pretty
color?
cat. It was, he was fluffy. It was like a chocolate brown.
With
black, and he was like, poof. He was kind of cute. Yeah, so
we're fighting after this, by the way.
off camera set.
How dare you?
But I'm like, or sometimes like, I remember one time when we went to go find Biggie at the adoption place. I see kitties. I'm like, oh, it's only $30. Come here. Like, but then I'm like, no, Saul would kill me. Like, he don't need another cat. He always says like, we don't need no more pets. So,
well,
especially because of the place.
I know,
the place that you guys have. Other than that, I'm pretty sure if you guys had a house, you have like cats everywhere. So they're like your children.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just collect them. They're like little Pokemon.
Gotta catch them up. Pokemon.
Yeah, just throw a ball at them and then they're like.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen that TikTok video of like moms or like wives walking and they see like a stray dog and they're like, don't follow me, like
yeah,
and, like they have treats like, you're not gonna come home with me,
yeah,
and then like they get
me.
home. Yeah, that's
I'm
definitely you, like
with the catnip. Like, don't come here. I don't want you.
That's you. It's all comes home and he's like, what the hell happened here? Yeah, that's B.
I know, my cat lady, sorry.
All right, so that is the question for that. So I guess today's episode we're gonna talk about episode 3, we talked about
chapters, closing. What is it?
Closing chapters with long-term friendships.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna get any questions about it,
but
here we are.
Looks like we got some questions from our comment section and on YouTube.
So we're gonna go ahead and ask. 1 second, let me bring up the.
And by the way, guys, while she's looking it up, we'll continue to answer any questions, and we want to interact with everybody. So ask us away. But,
yeah,
with limits.
With limits. We'll see what's appropriate, what's not.
I know, right?
So, obviously, a little summary. So, on episode 3, we talked about a friend of mine that I was friends with her since I was, I want to say, 15 years old. Our friendship lasted very long. I think it was like, 18, 19 years of friendship. Last year, recently, I went through a separation with my baby daddy, and not knowing, some things, she ended up blocking me and dropping me, and that was it. But I ended up going through a breakup, not with just baby daddy, but her, because she was a very close friend to my heart. And that's pretty much it, right? I talked about it. If go check it out, episode 3. But we're gonna answer some questions. Again, I didn't know we were gonna get questions, so
the people want no more. Yes, all the door is closed.
The door is closed. The door, and y'all want to reopen it. So here we go, just so we can get over it. Excuse me. So, first question about Rebecca. Sorry to bring this up because you did say that you were done talking about it, but I'm curious to know. You said you would not reconnect with Rebecca. Are Saul and Rebecca still friends? You would know. Like,
yes, they're still friends in terms of nothing happened between them to not make them friends. Like the situation that happened between Yaya and Rebecca is solely on them.
Yes.
But I know what I've learned is that Rebecca does go through moments in her life where she separates herself, and then she'll come back and then separate herself and then come back. So she's kind of out of the picture right now, but on her choice. So they are technically still friends, and Saul will still talk to her if she comes to her. Yeah. I mean, like I said, nothing ever happened between them, but Rebecca knows that if she ever brings like you up or the situation up, Saul's gonna give her his honest feedback of everything.
I don't think she'll bring it up because
I don't think so either.
Because again, Saul is very straightforward, and I've talked to him about it. Saul's the type of person, like, if you talk to him, you're asking for his opinion. You're asking for advice, so he'll come at you, not sugarcoating anything. And I'll leave her house like, damn, like, screw that guy,
bitch. Wait a minute.
2 days later, I'm like, yeah, he's right. All right. I just told him that at the party too. But yeah, no, and I think that's what makes Saul so great, because he really is truly trying to look out.
Yeah.
For me and for anyone, like, he's a really good friend. So yeah, I don't think Rebecca will bring up our situation because she doesn't want to hear it.
Exactly. So, and he said that before too. He said, like, I doubt she'll ever want to talk to me about it because of how, I mean, I'm honest. I mean, he's very like, and he's a guy. Girls, we kind of add our emotions into it a little bit, and guys are very straightforward, and they're like, no, I don't think what you did was this, or whatever his opinion is, so, and I don't know. I just don't see her wanting to know more about the situation. It'll be just more something else.
It's because I know Rebecca. She's very, once she puts her foot down, she's very stubborn. Like, she'll drop you quick. And I am not going to sit here. I think she's hurting. Because there's just no way 17, 18 years of you dropping someone and trying to act like, oh, F whatever, I didn't need her. Like, no, because if I'm hurting, you're hurting. Right. You just cope it completely different than I do, Right. And I just, that's her, So I think she is very...
So right now she's just staying away for what I know.
From everybody. I think that's what everybody was telling me. But again, I don't really care for it, like, because I already know her pattern, her track record. That's what she does.
That's how she handles things.
And that's fine. Like,
it is what it is.
Do you? Let's see here. If if they still are friends, my question is for B. Saul and Rebecca are friends. If Rebecca came and spoke to you and Saul about the situation and asked to apologize, or just wanting to get like her side of the story, would you give her that opportunity? And would you want them to work it out? And how would you go and talk to Yaya about it, giving her the opportunity to apologize?
So I would definitely hear, and so and I would definitely be open to hearing her out, because again, she hasn't done anything directly to us. And who am I to say to Saul, like, don't talk to Rebecca, it's, so it's more of like, if she wants to come and tell us her side or whatever perspective, and, of course we're going to be open to it, but, I don't think that'll ever happen. But
Yeah, no,
if she does, and she goes like, you know what, hey B, can you facilitate me or us trying to mend things with Yaya? I would definitely go to you first and say like, hey Yaya, this is what happened. This is what's going on. Are you comfortable? And if you're not, then I would just go back and say, the door's not open no more. You know?
Yeah. I thought about this question because that's true. I think it depends on how if you know you're talking to her. So I would think like you're trying to look out for me too, you know. So if she's out here genuinely trying to apologize,
Right.
I think that how I would handle the situation is yeah, I would say okay, let's see where we're about with it.
Yeah.
But I would definitely want you there because me and her, you know, there's two different sides of the story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look out for myself. She's gonna look out for herself. So you want to get like a person who is understanding, not judgmental, is neutral. Yes. Thank you for to be there to be there. So yeah, and I don't, I love Bee very much. She's done a lot for me for the past years, and I don't see why you would put me in a situation where it's like
right. I'm
trying
not
to
gonna
F
set
up
you
my
up.
energy. You know what I mean? Like,
Like if she comes off like, oh, I need to talk to her and tell her shit, then I'm not gonna open that door,
Yeah.
you know. And then Saul will probably tell her like, that's not the kind of talk we want to participate in, so you can go.
Yeah.
You know. But if she comes like, hey, I really miss her, I think we both are at fault, and I think we both need to work things out, then yeah, I would go to you and see if you want to, and if you do, then try to coordinate something.
Again, I don't know if I would want that friendship anymore.
It's never gonna be the same.
It's not. Again, it doesn't mean I don't forgive her. Like I forgive her. Like I'm not holding on it anymore. I seen her in situations where she doesn't handle it quite properly. Again, that doesn't make her a bad person.
No.
I just think that
y'all are not for each other no more.
yeah, like just that whole thing, it just
Rubbed you the wrong way.
It did, and I don't think I could go back to it. Like yeah, no, especially like a friendship that was like big sis, little sis, and to me, you really went to a point where I told you not to get in, and you didn't care. You didn't respect my wishes. So we could talk about it. I can forgive you. I can get to the point where, if we go to a party, a family party,
you'll be cordial.
Cordial, say hello to you, hope you're doing well, and then that's that. But for me to call you and like, hey, let's go hang out,
this is what happened,
yeah, like she's mad and all that, or for you to come, let's go get our nails done, I'm sorry.
And you know what, this is coming from experience. I've I went through the same thing with a best friend in the whole wide world, and she tried to come back after 6 months, and I kind of gave it a shot. I heard her out, she apologized, we both were like, we could have done things differently, and then I just couldn't.
Really?
I couldn't. It wasn't the same. I still felt betrayed.
Yeah.
And I was like, I still don't like what you did to me. And it hurts. And I don't have any ill will. I don't wish you bad, but I just cannot be, I don't want you in the way she did so much bad that I don't want that energy in my life anymore. So but she deleted herself. She blocked herself. And it's crazy because it's like one of the best friends that Saul and I share. Yeah. So, Saul also lost that friendship at the same time.
I know. I think things happen for a reason, and that's right. You did lose your really good friend. Again, I feel like I'm a very forgiving person, but that really did drown me in depression. Like to the point where mentally I wasn't okay.
It was like you were taking 2 hits at once.
Yeah, and the fact that
she kicked you while you were down.
Yeah, pretty much. And again, if she would have reached out to me the month or 2 months, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, she didn't. So why am I going to continue to put myself out there when you didn't even try the first couple months, and that's that. Like,
now you're ready. No.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I'm good. All right, next question is...
Ooh, these questions.
I'm telling you.
Now I'm like, ooh.
Do you believe baby daddy and Rebecca got together? So I've been getting told this. Yeah. And I personally don't think they did because they both have a type. I've known them for so many years, obviously. But my tia always tells me, el diablo nunca duerma, mija. So if they did, I will never know. And if they didn't, then they didn't. But just knowing them personally, my baby daddy is very like, he has a type, guys.
And that's not the type.
No, that's not his type. Latinas are his flavor, like, not that she's not Latina, she is.
Say, is she? Oh.
But he just likes that they look like me. Not like me, but like, how do I say this? Like small, petite, and Rebecca's pretty tall. She's taller than him, and like she's more dominant, if that makes sense. Like
masculine.
Kind of, yeah, but they're just not like, they don't that me just knowing them for years, but again, I will never know.
That's crazy, because somebody asked if my ex best friend if I ever thought that she messed around with my ex.
Really?
And
what did you think? Like,
I was I wouldn't be shocked.
Really?
I never thought of it, but then now after everything, I wouldn't be shocked on either part.
Really?
And then even her sister said, oh, why aren't y'all friends no more? Is it because she messed around with your ex?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, no, well, I mean, do you think?
Oh.
Like, so I'm like,
wait, do you know something?
Yeah. And I'm like, no, did you hear anything? She's like, no, I'm just saying, would you think
maybe,
that?
Do you think she like accidentally like slipped it out?
When she told me at that point, I was done with both of them. So it was more like, if they did, they did.
No, yeah.
So, and then good riddance then. God, removed two people.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I really don't know. A lot of,
I don't think they did.
I don't think so either.
Like, just in my opinion.
Just because when Saul got divorced, Rebecca was actually friends with Saul's ex,
and she chose
Team Boy, which, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, it's just a track record. But she ended up choosing Saul and never once messed around. Like, we were genuinely like the Three Musketeers, just talking, hanging out. Like, they were the buddies. Like, that was my home. That was a safe place. So yeah, no, I don't think so. Just because of the past I've seen with Saul and this and that, so.
But if they did, we will never know.
I'll never know. Do you think Rebecca was jealous of you, of your life, like your man, things going around, success, and I guess that's a separate question. Yeah. Do you think,
I don't think she was jealous. I think maybe, everybody in this world with bad intent or good intent, everybody envies people. Like, that's just normal. Like, envy meaning like, oh, I wish I had that. Or, oh, I really wish I would have wanted that. Like, desire that. So, yeah, do I think that, yeah, you guys were a partnership, married and everything?
I want to say my marriage was really, it was good. I'm not going to lie. It was good. It's because like our marriage was good. We would always crack jokes.
But y'all are like besties that married each other.
Yeah, we were best friends. Like, he got my sense of humor quick.
Y'all were pranksters.
Dark humor. He took a lot of pranks from me. But he never got mad. He would go with the flow. And so, yeah, we really meshed really well to the point where we could build our empire. So, we were making it in California, San Diego. It is very hard to even purchase a house here. And we were doing it. So, yeah, she saw my success. I never thought she envied me, never once, because she was always like, I'm proud of you, you make me believe that there is true love out there. She would tell me that all the time. Do I think she envied me? No, I don't think so. I still don't think till this day. But again, I feel like I try to look for the positive in people.
Yeah.
So
you give people the benefit of the doubt a lot.
Yeah. But again, I think I want to stick to that. I don't think she envied me. I think she really just put herself in this sticky situation, and
she couldn't go back at that point. Like, there was a point where she was like, all right, I made the decision to be this side and be this way. And
so
I just didn't back.
Yeah, but I don't think she was envy of my life or my man or any of that. So let's see. So your birthday, girl, did you She didn't want to celebrate your birthday with you. Did you not see the red flag? Again, guys, I don't think it was a red flag. We were bumping heads, and I think it's normal for friends to go through a bump. And
you were also dealing with the relationship troubles. You weren't thinking about.
No, I kind of put her on pause. Like, we don't got time for you right now.
Like, you want to celebrate my birthday? Okay, I got other things to fry. Other fish to fry.
Again, it did hurt my feelings because she had told me, you know, you can't say I wasn't really there. Not there, but you can't really say I didn't want to celebrate because she was the one that planned it. Like, she was the one that called. But to me, it's like, I could have called. You know, like, I could have picked up the phone and been like, hey, can you reserve this? Like, she didn't pay anything, like, nothing. Like,
She just set up the reservation.
I paid for it. Yeah. She just set up the reservation, and she had told me this, like, oh, you know, I'm going to go ahead and do the reservation for you because I love you and it's your birthday. But it's like, no.
That's not nothing. No, I mean, that's not something.
That's not something to brag about.
You still make me feel bad on my birthday.
On my birthday. And I sat there on the bus, like, damn, she really did not come. I was kind of thinking, like, hopefully at the last minute she changes her mind. She was trying to give me her ticket. Yeah, see, like, again, the fact that you could do that, like, that to me is selfish, regardless of what the situation is. See, it gets me all fired up. This is why I don't want to talk about it. But you guys are asking for it. It's fine. That you could just do that. That's not a friend. It's not. Regardless of the feelings, just because of the years of friendship that we went through, and, you know, I did a lot for her, she did a lot for me, but that was important to me. Any other day, fine. Like, any other event, like, if it was your birthday, no offense, like, oh, I'm not gonna go because we ain't, you know, we're not
that close.
But for you to just be like, I ain't trying to go because, you know, you're acting a certain type of way, like, you really couldn't put that aside. You know how many times that she's done things where I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna put it aside. It's not important. It's wasteful to be angry, in my opinion. So yeah, no, just, again, I'm starting to think, like, now that I have my time to myself, I'm realizing that friendship was kind of taken for granted. Again, she was a good person. She's a great friend. But just certain things, like, I remember one time it was her birthday, and this was the birthday the year that her family took off to Arizona, every single one of them. And I was trying to celebrate her. I called her up. I'm like, hey, happy birthday. I'm excited. What do you want to do? Like, I want to take you out. And she just snapped at me like, yeah, like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I'm going to stay home. Like, she got really mad. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I hanged up. I let her be. And baby daddy was like, at the time, he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't know. She just doesn't want to celebrate. And then, you know, she calls me up 3 days later. Hey, I'm sorry. I had the birthday blues. Like, my family was gone. Like, she gave me this whole explanation, but it's like, I'm not your punching bag. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really trying to celebrate you regardless of how you're feeling. Like, just things like that I'm realizing, like, yeah, it wasn't okay either. Like,
that wasn't okay.
I feel like this is what the problem is. I am a very sweet soul. I do believe in the bottom of my heart that I am very sweet. I am there for you no matter what. But I feel like sometimes kindness, a lot of people take advantage of that.
They sure do.
That's why this year, like, a lot of people have mentioned to me, you're a little bit more sassy, you're a little bit more this and that.
Snappy.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm tired of being taken advantage of. I'm tired of, like, being people's doormats. Like, I am truly going to show you how you treat me is how I'm going to show you.
Exactly.
And it shouldn't be that way. Honestly, like, I love being friends with people. I love, you know, I'm a social butterfly when you finally get to know me. I'll take care of you. But just things like that, it's like, yeah, it wasn't okay. And
she kind of got used to you where you started to become almost sister. And you're like that with your sister.
See, I don't know. I don't have sisters. She has sisters. You know what I mean? I have brothers, and my brothers are men. They're just like, yeah, cool, let's go. You know, I'm the one that is emotional, and they're just kind of like, what the heck?
So yeah, that's what you're describing as like a sister. My sister have snapped at me. I've snapped at my sister, and it's more of like, whatever, she'll get over it. You know, but it's like, it's like, you know, it makes sense that you don't understand.
I don't.
You know?
Like, when she snapped at me, I was like, what the hell was that about? You know, and so I grew up with guys. My whole life, I pretty much grew up with men. Like, you know, my my brothers and my primos and even like my primas, we all grew up with men. Each family member has one girl.
Wow.
Yeah, so like there's two brothers. I have two brothers, and then like another cousin has like three brothers, you know, but each one has one girl in our family, in our generation. So, you know, they kind of grew up with men, so they kind of have that mindset of men too. Like the whole sister vibe is out the window for us. We don't get emotional. Like it's just like whatever. You know, they toughen us up. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So when she snapped at me, I was kind of confused. I'm like, what the heck was that about? And so I just kind of left it alone. Like, all right, cool. You know, so yeah, just things that I like. Even our last conversation, the last conversation I had with her was snapping. I called her because, I didn't say this in episode 3, but I guess Rebecca was trying to get to the bottom of our situation, and she ended up calling Giselle. And Giselle, she was like, you know things, and I want you to, like, I don't know.
Oh, like, you better tell me.
Yeah. But Giselle's the type of person was like, she laughed at her.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm not one of your girls to be
Who are
bossing you around. Yeah, you know, like I don't know anything. And Giselle was just like shocked, you know, and she laughed and she's like, who are you to come and tell me certain type of things? That's not right.
Or demanding answers.
Like, no.
like she knows her like that. She doesn't.
Yeah, and then she started telling, like, you're hiding stuff from us and this and that.
Us?
Yeah, well, us or her, I don't know.
Okay.
Again, this conversation was like a couple years ago, but, you know, you're hiding stuff from us and that's not cool. And Giselle's like, who are you to be asking questions? You know, because she didn't say that to her, but she called me and she's like, what is she doing? Like, who is she to come in and try to ask these questions? You're nobody. Like, back off from the relationship, you know? So it's
that's wild.
Yeah, you know, so Giselle is not the type where you can go and like
demand things from her. Yeah. So, I would have probably done the same thing. I would have laughed exactly. And you know how I laugh. I'm like, My mom was like, you make things worse when you laugh. I'm like, it's funny.
And she did tell me, Giselle's like, I'm not the rest of the girls where you know, you're a good person. You're an advisor. It is what it is. But there's a boundary line. Like you know, Giselle has told me like the dominant side came in thinking that she can control people and tell me, you know, because everybody does go to her, like, you know, but
she's used to that.
She is used to that. So when she didn't get that from Giselle, I think that's why she blocked Giselle too. You know, just nonsense. Again, wasn't your problem. Stay out of it.
Yeah. So that's wild.
Yeah, just things like that. Like I'm thinking, I'm just like, no, I'm okay. You know, we're good.
But yeah, so yeah, we noticed that. It was we didn't notice the red flag because so many things were happening.
There was too many things happening. I don't think there was a red flag. Again, she got herself in a sticky situation and she couldn't get out of it. She went full gear and here we are, you know? So it wasn't a red flag to me at the moment. Again, friends fight. It's best to try to solve it if you can. And that's that. I kind of wish she would have solved it with me. But then again, she won't reach out to you. I don't think she'll reach out because I remember when her and her, I don't know if you know who, another best friend that she had.
Oh, okay.
They would fight. They would get into arguments. But I always noticed that Julie would always reach out to her, like trying to solve the problem, you know? And, yeah. So
you don't want that kind of friendship.
Yeah, no, if you ain't going to reach out either. It takes two to tangle. Other question. B, this question's for you.
Oh.
As a third person watching in, why do you think she blocked Yaya?
She blocked Yaya. I think all I think is that I think the main thing is that she doesn't want you seeing what she's doing. Not that she's posting stuff. I don't know why, you know, but I think she's just trying to distance herself at this point. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know if she feels like regret for getting so deep. And I don't know. I don't Rebecca like that. I'll make sure I'm gonna edit. I don't know Rebecca like that, you know, to say the real reason why or what, but my guess, if I can guess, is that she may be, you know, realizing that, yeah, I think I went too deep and now I really gotta be team baby daddy and I gotta really cut ties, you know, and that's her way of disassociating from you. So or the petty level is she doesn't want you seeing her stuff, or reading her messages or have access to her life anymore?
It says right there, respond after B. So I personally think she blocked me because when I sent that message on Instagram, I think I hurt her feelings, and she told me to, like, you know what, you're gonna make me look dumb. We're not friends anymore. So I personally think that's why she blocked me. But again, I don't know if I'm just growing or just, getting myself in a better place. That was definitely not the move to make.
Yeah. I do have something to say though.
What?
So we had went to girls brunch. It was like the only time that I went with Rebecca, or when I went out with Rebecca with the girl group. And she kind of said, well, I almost was going to message her like, yeah, it's me. Like, that's what she was going to say.
Yeah, see, but that's...
But she's like, but I just was like, you know what? I'm going to separate myself from it and distance herself. And so that's the reason why.
But see, I feel like she was being a bully at that time now. Like, because I didn't finish this. So when I had called her, I had enough. Like, stop. So I called her and I was like, we really need to talk. Like, you're going out of hand. And she laughed. She like kind of giggled. And it's like, okay, you're not being a big sis no more. You're being a complete bitch. Like, yeah. I'm sorry, not sorry,
she
but
laughed.
Yeah, like she just laughed.
Your life is falling apart.
Yeah, so it's
and
like
the first thing she does is laugh versus saying, laughs. You know what, I put myself in the middle and I shouldn't have, and I'm gonna exit.
Yeah, like she laughed, and then she's like, what do you want to talk about? And I'm just like, the way that her tone was, it like, my whole world came crashing down. I didn't even get to say nothing. I was like, you know what? I stuttered because I was like...
taken back by the laughing.
The friendship, like, what do you mean? And so that to me, I was like, you know what? It ain't worth it. So I clicked. I was like, all right, whatever, clicked. And I had a couple girls tell me, like, yeah, she called and said, oh, she tried to talk to me and da-da-da, and then she clicked. Like, that's not a friend. Like, the fact that you're over here, like, laughing or want to be... like mean or bullying, like, oh yeah, it was me, or to even have the thought. I get that we get angry, I get that our emotions take the best of us, but to me that's not okay. Homegirl. That is like,
well, here's the thing, I'm gonna play devil's advocate and be like, maybe she felt like what you were doing was wrong, right? Maybe she felt like she's been in the dating world, so she's seen the bad, the good of the guys. And here's this great guy in her eyes, and you're destroying it, or you guys you're being part of breaking it up. But she took it on like, how dare you? So now I'm gonna be on his side because you're doing this.
Yeah, and I thought about that too, but then I thought, make sure your plate is clean, and before you go dirty someone else's plate. Again, we all have mutual friends. It is what it is. And it's crazy too, because, I have other homegirls too that, their lives are falling apart, but you don't see me going in there and
making it worse.
Yeah. Like, I can't. No, you don't have an excuse anymore. I'm sorry, not sorry. You do not have an excuse. I'm not going to make you... Again, I am very careful what I say on this podcast. I'm not going to sit here and point fingers like, she did this, she did that. No. That's not the case. But I have sat down and thought about it. And, again, all my girls are in their own little world. We're not perfect. I'm not going to put none of my girls on blast. But the fact that, you just decided to come after me. And it's... No, I'm sorry. No, you don't have an excuse. Again, I say this to all my girls. Don't stop being judgmental. Like, do not do it. We're here to empower our women. We're not here to like, oh, let's go with the guys version. But yeah, no. The fact that you just automatically get up and I'm gonna go choose baby daddy's side, like, no.
Yeah.
And it's just like you pick Saul's side when the girl was your friend. No, I'm done making excuses for people. Yeah. And regardless if I was in the wrong or if he was in the wrong, wasn't your business. Mind it, Yeah. Especially, I looked you dead in the eye and I told you to stay out of it, and you didn't. So no. So the fact that you had the energy to even say I was about to do it, which again, we're all human.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no. No.
You can just definitely take this as a lesson
Yeah.
of how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
So, I mean, cool. If you have baby daddy support, congrats. Like,
yeah.
so do I, you
Oh,
know?
ooh.
That's actually another question that I was asked this way. I just didn't put it down. If we were in a burning building, I don't know why. If we were in a burning building, who do you think baby daddy would save?
You. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
wait, what are the options?
No, Rebecca or her, because
Yeah.
she's on his side, and we're
Yeah.
not a thing
You,
anymore.
100%.
But no, I honestly think that he would save me. Again, we after nobody knows this, but we went to I guess it's called family mediation.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's told me, he's like, I don't hate you completely. Like, at the end of the day, I wish you everything well. And because we're trying to, like, co-parent and be friends. We're not friends right now, but we're trying to be friends. But I know, B, from the bottom of my heart, after years, we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to have his back. Not 100%, because, I'm going to end up doing what I need to do, or he needs to do what he needs to do. But that doesn't mean, like,
it's still going to be a partnership.
Me and him will always have each other's back because of our son. And to think that you can come in here and try to play like, well, that's my homie. You're right, homie. That's it. That's all you'll ever be.
Ooh.
It's, no. I'm only saying this because of experience of what I seen, like, Saul's dating past experience. Like, I'm not with it. If you think that you have baby daddy support, by all means, I applaud you. Like, congrats. You lost a friend. A good one. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Dang.
The next question. Yaya, you talk about Rebecca as a true friend, but in the lowest point in your life, she was not a friend. If you could go back in time, would you still be friends with her knowing what you know now? Guys, yeah, I don't regret it. Like, I am telling you, she was a fantastic friend. She was a down to earth, loving, caring. When I needed her, she was there. When I needed someone to pick up my son, she went to go pick him up. When I was struggling through my heartbreaks of like family stress, she was there. She was definitely my advisor. She was definitely a person in my heart that I love deeply. I do not take back those years.
And you don't have any regrets with that?
No, I don't. It sucks that it has to end, but no, I totally believe that,
you could still thank somebody for the memories you had.
I can tell her right now. I don't know if she'll see it. I appreciate your friendship. I completely loved you. I think the world of you. I think you could be better. You could do anything you put your hands to. Like she's a go-getter too. It's just, I feel like you put yourself in situations that bring you down, and you don't need that. You could be great and beyond, whatever you put your mind to it. I don't take those years back. You were definitely a good friend, and I loved you for it. That doesn't take anything away from that. It's just, again, like Saul says, the bus stop is here. This is it. Moving on. I don't wish her any bad, nothing. Like, it's just, I'm just trying to move forward. That's it, you know?
And I agree with you. I had a falling out with my best friend too. And I don't regret. I would do it again. It's unfortunate, even though it was like a heartbreak.
Outcome, yeah. I would do it again.
You're such a girl, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll still touch it and get bitten. But yeah, I had the best time with her every day. Like, we were best friends. My family knows her family knows me, and that's just how close we got. And so, yeah, like, I understand when you say, you'll never regret it.
I genuinely wish her the best. So I don't hate the fact that's why the girls talk to her, because she is still,
a
dope.
Cool person.
She's dope as hell. Like, continue.
Yeah.
I have another question here. Actually, I didn't write it down. I'm trying to remember what it was. Somebody had told me, I think it's something about, like, if she's going to watch, Do you think she'll get mad of what you're saying? I thought about it, but no. If you go to episode 3, I'm not talking shit about her.
Yeah.
I am telling you my point of view of what happened during that whole entire year. It's not me telling her like, F off, Rebecca, like you're a piece of crap. You're,
well, this is also your podcast and you're expressing your experiences
Yeah.
and your perspective and
Yeah.
things. This is something that is for you,
Yeah.
not for anybody else.
Yeah, no. And
if
yeah.
she sees it, she doesn't like it, then maybe she should see what she did, you know,
Yeah.
or how
Or
she
make your own
contributed to it.
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding. You know, go out there. I'm just kidding. But no, guys, I honestly, I don't really feel like I talked. I'm just speaking the truth of my experience with her.
Right. Facts.
Facts. You know, I'm not sitting here like spreading lies. Yeah. Or talking bad about her, wishing her bad. Like, no. And if she does get angry, then sit back and analyze. Thank you. What you've done, like what you know, how
you got to there
from this. You know, don't, because the next girl, you know, your other best friends or whoever you're hanging out, don't do the same mistake, because I'm telling you, Rebecca, at the end of the day, have a track record of doing this. You don't have to ask me. Go ask my boy Saul. Like, you know, go ask your friend Julie. Like, this is your thing. But other than that, you're a great person. Okay. Next question is, you express how much Giselle and baby daddy are friends. Was Rebecca and baby daddy not friends? So on episode 3, I did say that Giselle and baby daddy were genuinely friends. No. See, this is what gets me angry, because
she was your friend.
Yes. And I, you know, again, mutual friends, everybody's talking, telephone, here we go, saying that, well, he's my best friend, I've known him. No, sweetheart, that wasn't the case. Let's be real. You ended up introducing, no, you did, you told the girls to back up so I could get with baby daddy, and I did. You said hi to him a few times. It wasn't like Giselle or baby daddy where they actually hanged out. Baby daddy went to her house with the boys, hanging out at her place. It's funny because Giselle's mom was here. I call her tia. My tia was here, and she was asking about him, like, hey, how is he doing? ¿Va a venir? I'm like, no, tia, like, honestly, no va a venir. Ahorita todo is like, it's down the drain right now. And she's like, that sucks. Like, you know, I hope he's doing good. You know, so like, she even knows him.
Right.
But don't sit here and say like, oh yeah, that was my homie when we were 15. No, I was your homegirl.
Ooh.
You know, and the reason that, yeah, they are friends now, but because I allowed it.
Yeah.
I allowed you to come into my home. I allowed you to be part of my life. I allowed you to be a part of my wedding. I allowed you to be a part of
this
certain
close
things of, you know, to be around him.
To have your own code to our house.
Yeah. For you to sit here and say, that was my homie. No, stop. Yeah. Don't do that. Like, that's not the truth. Giselle and baby daddy were friends. So that's why it became a whole disaster of, like, you know,
the friends.
Yeah, the
who
whole
gets
friend
the friends
things,
in the divorce. Yeah.
Again, Giselle and him were good friends. Rebecca and me, we were friends. You eventually became friends. It's like me going up to Nena and Carlos. Like, I am Nena's friend. Carlos, I learned to love Carlos, and we became friends.
And you've known Carlos as much as you know Nena, right?
I've known Carlos. No, I've known Nena way longer. But I think like 4 or 5 years later, that's when Carlos came into the picture.
So then if you and Carlos ended up getting close, and then you're saying, oh, I've known Carlos for these many years.
No, that's not the case.
Do that.
No,
yeah.
You know, at least be real about it.
Honest.
You know, like, don't sit here and tell the world like, oh, me and him, that's my homie. Like, no. I'm gonna check you. No. That was my, you were allowed to come into my world.
Yeah.
Because I gave you permission to do so. Now, are you guys friends now? Great. Fantastic. Applaud. You know, it's like, okay. But
what's the trophy you get, you know?
I guess baby daddy. Ooh. I think that's it of our questionnaire. Do you have a question or
no? I mean, honestly, like, I'm glad that the viewers had some questions, and
I didn't think you guys
caught off guard, but I like it. You know?
I know. She literally came in here right now like, what are we gonna talk about? I was like, no, we have questions. And like,
I was like,
about what? So yeah, guys, I'm glad that you guys asked the questions, because I feel like y'all are actually listening.
I know, right? I know, we're not just talking to like our moms.
I'm hoping that that's enough questions because I'm really just trying to close that.
Yeah, this is really closed. But yeah, I'm glad that you were able to say your piece and you're still humble at the end. Like you're not taking this opportunity to be like, well, she did this. No,
I'm not trying to. It's because I've always told the girls this. No,
you're good.
It is much easier to be an asshole. It is much easier to be rude to people, to be mean, to cut people off, to not hear their side of the story,
to take the low road.
Yeah. The hardest part in my personal opinion is to be forgiving, to be kind, to be understanding. And I'm not trying to be in that group of people. I'm trying to live my life as positive as I can. And I just had a conversation with baby daddy yesterday, and I told him, I was like, I'm tired of us going back and forth. Like, we always start arguing, and that shouldn't be the case. Like, I should be able to call you at peace, because I'm not doing this anymore, and he finally leveled down. And I told him, I was like, you're blinded by anger and rage, hatred, that you're not seeing the bigger picture. And I'm just over it. Like, if it was up to me, knowing the way that you are now, I want to get away from you. But I can't, because we're attached by our son, because you bring me down.
Yeah.
And it was just good at the end talking to him, because he was listening. He finally was listening to what I had to say, and I got really emotional. And, he's gonna step it up a little bit, and that made me like appreciate that. So I'm just trying to be around positive people. So that's what I told the girls too. They're like, hey, we're gonna just move forward. Whoever wants to be on the positive train, come on in, and whoever doesn't, but see you later. Like,
let us know whenever you're ready.
We'll come around back.
It's like the mall, the train in the mall. It's that little, guys.
You're not ready I'll be back.
We'll be back. Go do some more shopping. Go to the food court.
So,
but yeah, that's good.
Yeah. That's it. I don't got nothing. I'm dry.
Well, honestly, just like what Yaya said, and just want to second that. Yeah, it does take courage to just, do the right thing or be a good person. And so we want to leave this as on a positive note, and happy to feel that you finally got a couple things off your chest, and we're ready to move forward.
Y'all forced me.
I know, right? Tell us more. But yeah, I just think that next episode will definitely be more positive.
Yeah, lighting up the mood. Well, actually, we're taking a break because the next episode is going to be with Lily Billy.
Episode 5.
Yeah, but I thought this was 5.
Yeah, this 5.
Yeah. So 6. We'll do something else, guys.
Yeah.
Again,
we'll play a little game, a little fun game. Any suggestions, guys, on what episode 6? Now we are ahead in our postings, so don't think we're gonna be the next right after another. No. So just if you guys have any suggestions on our next topic, we would like to have your input.
Yes,
and just leave us in the comments. But other than that,
Hey. Okay, guys. So we'll see you next week on Chillin' and
Chismeando.
Bye.